let's go down a quick rabbit hole here, though. You mentioned crazy radio host a while ago, so it made me think about our time listening to to Art Bell and some of those things
Yeah,
late at night. But did
coast
you
to
see that
coast.
our own government has now said that remote viewing is a real thing?
Remote viewing.
Yeah, where I can sit here and I can perceptively view something that's at your house or in another country or something. Remote viewing through psychic abilities. Look it up.
Is this like
The
some men that
government.
stare at goats crap? Like what?
You don't have to look it up now, but that was that when I saw that, and the first thing I thought is, oh man, some of those radio shows late at night are coming. There's no such thing as any conspiracy theories anymore.
The CIA talking about an evolution in the remote viewing program. So at the very least, they
Unbelievable,
believe
right?
it enough to point where they're willing to spend millions of dollars on it. Okay, there is a whole. I don't have everything here, but here's the whole document from them, from the American Institute of Research. I'm going to have to go through this.
I breezed it. It's kind of like, nah, there's no way, right? There's no way this is really from a government agency.
Listen, don't forget, this is the same government that had a woman live with a dolphin to try to make sure that the dolphin would speak English. And when it didn't work, they gave them both acid, thinking that that would possibly make it so the dolphin would learn English, okay? They were tripping on acid, living in a half-flooded house together, and had the woman provide sexual favors to the dolphin, thinking it would make it more receptive to their learning practices. Like, that is what the government spends money on.
No, I've never heard that. Right up until having to provide sexual favors, I was like, well, if I can get acid and live with a dolphin, this sounds pretty good. But you lost me there then.
No, apparently what happened was the dolphin started like trying to like seduce her, like start bringing it over like little items and things like that, like they would do in the wild. And they said, well, it's not taken to your learning, learning English from you. Maybe if you just, give it a couple favors here and there, it will be more receptive. As well as things that you can find like books about in the sense of like, crazy things that the government has funded over the years. And I mean, hell, if they'll
Well, I've
fund a
seen like
bunch of
shrimp
people
on
to do
treadmills
DMT.
yeah, I've seen shrimp on treadmills and all kinds of silly things like that. But I've never heard of,
just
of, of the trying to teach a dolphin English. That's pretty funny.
just don't look up the programs that were paid for Fauci, because that will give you nightmares.
Well, and it'll get you kicked off YouTube if you even talk
Yeah.
about them.
Well, let's just say his experiment on dogs, YouTube said was too violent and gruesome for me to have as a video on YouTube. Even though I didn't even play the footage, I only showed pictures of what was happening. And they said that was too gruesome to play on YouTube. So that should give you an idea. Like, it is blood curdling stuff. It is awful. But
And
no
so
accountability.
so
No accountability.
yeah, no accountability, and our government can spend whatever kind of money on whatever kind of psychotic or psychic programs that they want to
You
spend
know,
our money on.
the worst part is, though, if they're telling you about this now, that means who knows what they're working on at this very moment. Because that's
Now,
old stuff,
yeah,
right? That's old
yeah.
stuff. So it's funny, people, I know the one people bring up a lot is the fact that CIA actually invented a heart attack gun. Like, and I actually heard about this one. It's a gun that literally, it's like a dart that hits you and will induce a heart attack so that people will think it was by natural causes. And by all accounts, it seemed to have actually worked. And that was back in the 70s that it was
It's not a
created.
dart. It's not a dart. It's called it's called the Vax. Everybody knows about this one, James. This isn't hiding it.
That's the evolution, like I'm saying. Everyone knew about the gun. Now they have to find talk to your doctor about whatever thing works out well for you. Pour me some more coffee with this, jeez. I didn't expect that at all.
I
But I mean,
like the
it's
way
true.
I thought you were purposely teeing it up. I was like, oh man, I'm going for this one.
I was more going along the lines of just in general, they probably have like some spaceship that we don't know about or some crap like that. I mean, let's face it, whatever they're hiding behind Area 51 is nothing compared to what they're hiding at a base that we don't even know about, right?
You got to know that's true. Um, And it's on every level too. So let's don't even get into the biological weapons side of things.
I mean, if you want to look at like all the money that's just gone missing in budgets throughout the years, you know, the Pentagon misplacing like over $1 trillion. They didn't misplace it, I bet. I'm pretty sure they know exactly where it went. It's just kind of got to skirt the books a bit.
Yeah, it's off the
Which
books.
is why
Yep.
Which is why I still say if World War III ever were to break out, we have no idea how it's going to be fought. Like everyone's thinking, you know, like what's happening in Ukraine and maybe involving a couple of nukes. Nah. We got stuff well past that at this point. We have some really freaky stuff at this point, I bet.
Yeah, and the problem is so does everybody else, and we don't really know what we're up against. But
DJ, 3 million or 3 trillion right before 9/11, right?
that's
Yeah,
what
wasn't
they
that
say.
wasn't that being counted over by Building 7, right? Weren't they the ones who were doing the audit of that? And wasn't
know,
one of the groups in Building 2 also auditing some of the government during that time period?
Little suspicious how Building 7 went down and how reporters said it went down before it went down, and a lot of weird things around that Building 7. But I guess we don't want to go there.
You know, it's funny. We can joke a little bit about it, but in all seriousness, YouTube is actually pretty dang strict about anything talking about that. Which, just saying, if you want people to be confident in your viewpoint, maybe don't sit there and make it impossible to talk about the alternative, because then people are even more suspicious. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. This video is a clip from our Summit podcast, which is live here on the channel on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. So if you enjoyed this, feel free to join and be part of the conversation. But before you go, please make sure, of course, you like and subscribe to the channel, and we hope to be seeing you again real soon.